Hello and welcome back to another editing tutorial. Okay, so today I'm super excited to be jumping into Adobe Premiere Rush for the first time. Now this is a new piece of software from Adobe. It's kind of, in my mind, sort of their answer to iMovie in a way, because Apple has always had iMovie and Final Cut Pro. Of course, iMovie on the lower end, Final Cut sort of in the more professional range. And so Adobe's never really had that. They've always just had Premiere Pro. So now they've just come out with this Adobe Rush. And this is kind of a lower end sort of just getting into editing piece of software. Really good for, of course, YouTubers, anyone who's doing social media videos. So I just wanted to do this quick sort of getting started tutorial for anyone who's never used it before. Okay, so when you first open it up, you'll be greeted by a quick tour, and I do recommend taking that. I don't always go with those, walkthroughs, but I decided to do it for this one. And it is quite useful, so I would definitely recommend doing that. It really just walks you quickly through the basics of how to use it, how to add transitions and effects and everything. So that's what you'll be greeted with at first, and then every time you open it up after that, you'll be greeted with this screen here. So let's get in and create a project. So we just come over here to the left, hit Create New Project, and of course you can choose from all of your own media, or you can use their sample media, and they have soundtracks and also just sort of stock shots that you can use as well. So let's use some of these to do a quick edit. So the way that you drop things into your timeline, you just go through and you select the clips that you want. So let's just grab a few here. And then once you've selected all the clips that you want, you come down to the bottom right and you hit Create. And this will create your timeline. It will build your project for you. And then it'll pop right into the timeline here. So as you can see, if you've ever used editing software before, this is very similar to anything else that you would see. If not, I think this is a great introduction to it. It makes everything really simple. So let's get in and try to do an edit here. So if we just play back some of these shots, I can see right here, this would be a good one to open with, but it is a little jittery at the beginning. So you just come over to the left and you grab the beginning or the end of your clip, similar to any other editing software, and you can just really easily trim it that way. So now it starts more smoothly, so we can have this go. And then if you want to cut the clip, if you just want to, instead of dragging it, the way you can do that is you can come over here and select the scissors, and then you just hit that button and it'll blade the clip wherever the playhead is. Okay, so now this shot will lead into here. And say we want to trim this down a little bit, take out that end there, and that's better. So now we can use this shot here. Okay, so let's drop one of these over here so that it goes from here to here. And now for this next one, let's use a transition, and I'll show you how to do that. Let's cut that there. So transitions are really simple. You just come up here to the top right and you click on transitions. And now this will let you just add, they have some basic preset ones, and this will just let you essentially just select the clip in your timeline that you want to add the transition to, come up here and just click on it. It'll just add it straight to that clip for you. And say here, if we don't want this transition at the end, we can just select the transition alone and then hit delete, and that'll get rid of it. Okay, so let's cut this clip here, and if you don't always want to come over here and click this or drag it back, the shortcut is actually Command plus K, and then that will cut the clip. We can delete that end right there. So far this is looking pretty good. We've got this wider one, and then we cut straight into this one right here. That one looks good, and then we cut to another big wide one, and then we've got this cross dissolve into the next shot, and then as he comes up here, we cut again out to here. Okay, so now that we've got a basic timeline here, let's do some grading. Let's add some color to these, and this is one of the things I actually really like about this software. So you come up to the top right here, you click on the color. And their preset colors are really nice. You can come and you can click through and see, and these all just have really nice looks to them all. We've got some black and white, we've got a night one, which is really good, and they all just have a really nice look to them. So I'm gonna go with the film look, and then come here and apply that. Okay, so now that that's applied to all of the shots, they're definitely looking a little bit better. So now let's say we want to throw some text on top of this as a final touch. The way you can do that is come up here to the T icon and you click on that, and this will open up a whole panel full of different text options. Now for now we could just go with the basic one, so let's come back to here and you just click and drag this down and we can drop it right on top. Now, similar to some other pieces of software, we can snap this so that this lasts the length of this shot, because you can see it's not quite lining up properly. So you just hit the S key on your keyboard and that will allow you to drag this and it will snap properly to the beginning and end of the clip. So with your text selected, you can come up here, double click on it, and type in whatever you want. Okay, and if you come into edit, you have a few options. If you click on your text, you can come in, of course, change the scale, the character spacing, which is a helpful one, line spacing if you have more than one line, and of course you can add an outline, maybe if you just want that sort of look, that can be neat. And you can come in and increase the size of your outline. And of course you have a lot of different fonts and also your different styles. And if you want to watch this in more of a full screen view, you can come here and click on this little icon, hit your space bar. So that's it. That's pretty much just a basic overview of Adobe Premiere Rush. I think this is a really powerful piece of software. It has a lot of potential, especially to grow in the future. And so they also have a mobile app, which I do want to do a separate video on, just going over the basics of that, how to use that. But it's really simple. Once you get the hang of this, you know, especially if you've used editing software before, it is pretty straightforward and you can start cranking out videos real fast. So thank you so much for watching. Feel free to subscribe using the button on screen or down below, and definitely make sure to turn on those notifications so you know when a new video goes up. I'm uploading every day at 6 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, so make sure to come back for those videos. Drop a comment if there's any questions you have about this software or any others, or if you have any video suggestions in general that you want to see made for a particular piece of software. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.